Some say this is the most exciting Technic set of the year. I am a Top Gear fan, I'm not sure about this, we're gonna find out. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome to Beyond the Brick, this is Mike. Today I have for you the 42109 app-controlled Top Gear rally car. It's a pretty cool set for me, because I'm a huge fan of Top Gear. For those of you who know me, I am a big fan of the trio of Clarkson, Hammond and May, and also the current Grand Tour that is running with the three of those blokes on Amazon. I'm not really a big fan of the current Top Gear version of BBC with different crew and whatever, but this is the first time LEGO has made a connection with the actual show with the license of no one else but Stig on this set, so we'll see if that even clicks. Before I get into this review, I want you guys to check out the links below for things like our merch store where you can buy awesome t-shirts, mugs. I'm plugging this in because it really does help to keep us going here at Beyond the Brick, and I would appreciate your support a lot with that. Also subscribe to all this stuff, all the links are below. Alright, we're gonna open this box and figure out if this set is worth the $130 price tag. The box is the typical punch-in box, so there is no tape. You can see the front of the box shows the pretty cool shot of the car. It does look a bit weird, so I'm gonna figure out if the looks are there once I build it. And the back, of course, shows you the features and the figure of Stig, who is the biggest connecting point between the old and the new Top Gear. The car is 26.5 centimeters or 10.4 inches long, 10 centimeters or 3.9 inches high. They don't really say how wide it is, but there you go, the dimensions. So let's start checking out the bags. You can see the stickers are plentiful. It's almost like a Speed Champions set to me at this point. I don't like it as much, but you know, Technic almost never comes with printed pieces. 110 pages of building. There is something at the end. You can see there is a shot of Stig and a few facts. But I just wish it was on the beginning of the instructions, like you get in LEGO Ideas sets or whatnot. There's a box with the Control Plus scheme. Yes, this is an app-controlled vehicle, if you didn't know already, but yeah, there it is. So you get the hub, Control Plus hub from Technic. All right, I really want to build this guy, so let's start. Okay, the car is done. So, you know, the first thing that I noticed when I was building it, and maybe asking myself this question, is does it really look good? I mean, if you look at it, the front is solid, right? You got those pretty cool Stig headlights from a rally car, of course. But here's the thing, when I was building it, I wasn't really digging the amount of stickers on it. It's not only because the stickers are plentiful and represent a lot of the elements of the car. For example, the whole rear section is basically a massive sticker, but also the fact that it seems like a generic car just filled with Top Gear Stig branding. And I don't necessarily like that, you know? It feels like one of those toys when you get a car from like any other company and they just try to make it even more attractive for some reason and then add a bunch of things that kids or whoever the target audience is like. In this case, this is like full-on Top Gear branding that I think it seems like it was added kind of like last minute, and I don't really like that fact. So that was my first impression when I was applying those stickers. By the way, the stickers are, I think, up to number 22, 26 I think is the highest sticker number, so you are applying 26 different stickers across the set, which is plentiful. It's almost Speed Champions level or even more. But that Top Gear branding is really all over the place, and even I'm, being a Top Gear fan, did notice that it seems a bit over the top. So that's one thing. And then there's the shaping, which many may like, but I wasn't the most fond of that shaping because maybe of that disproportion between the rear and the front of the car. As you can see, you have two different sets of tires, the large tires for the traction in the back and the front tires are a bit smaller. I get it, it's a remote controlled car, so I guess Lego tried to make it more controllable that way, or more appealing to like carpet surfaces or something. So that means that the bulkiness is more present in the back of the car instead of the front. And you can see those kind of stick out a bit, so it's not very appealing, at least to me, aesthetically speaking. That front I mentioned is also, rear I mentioned, is also not something I'm very okay with, mainly because the whole rear section of the rear bumper is basically a sticker on one Technic piece, and these side panels here kind of stick out in this weird kind of unfamiliar way, and the lights, the tail lights, are basically hidden, so you don't really see them very well. So it's kind of weird for a rally car to look like this, and it doesn't really resemble any actual car. You know, the front can be taken from like a Dacia or Audi Quattro, maybe a bit. The side is, I'm not sure what, maybe a Ford Escort or Golf or something along those lines. But it just, I didn't really find this car to be very cool display piece overall. It does have cool functionality, which I'm gonna get into in a second, but overall the looks, it's just not the best Technic set I've seen so far, for me at least. So I just wanted to share my honest opinion with you, and that's what I first felt when I finished the build. So of course the functions are not really there when it comes to playability of the car, because there is no real moving parts except for the little hood where you can actually unveil the engine, which is pretty cool because this is one of the Control Plus motors with fake cylinder pipes next to it. I think that's the turbocharger in the front. When it's closed, it's kind of like a weird looking gap there, but I guess that's how rally cars go, so I'm not really familiar how close this would be. Again, TG Top Gear branding here, the Stig branding all over the front. The front actually looks decent with those headlights here and the shaping. I like this one a lot. I think the best looking part of the entire car. There are no doors whatsoever, so there is no function to open the doors. There is no steering wheel, if you will, because the whole space is basically taken by this massive Control Plus hub. And the cables, also you can see the cables are visible. They are kind of tucked in with special pieces inside, but there is such a long section of cables that there is no easy way to hide them at all. So you will see the cables poking through the cabin, which is a bummer. There is no dashboard, there is no steering wheel, so they could have improved here as well. But this car is about driving, it's about the app controllability through Bluetooth, so it's all about this Control Plus technology. So how about we just launch the app and show you how it operates real quick. Alright, so here is the app. Of course, the Technic Control Plus scheme is in different sets, so you have the 4x4 Extreme, the Liber R9800, which I did also review on Beyond the Brick. You can check it out on the channel as well. And this is the rally car, so let's connect. I think it's gonna prompt us to get to engage the hub on the car. Okay, app is loaded, so we can engage the hub on the car. You can see it's blinking. I hope it's gonna connect. Connecting, there you go, success. I think we got it in. I'm gonna bump the sound a bit so you can hear this, actually the sound of the engine playing. Swipe left for gyro control. Cool, so rotate your device to steer the model. This is the gyro operation, so you can see I'm flipping the car, the phone, and the wheels are turning, which is pretty cool. So you can have this like gyro functionality. And you have the pedals, so this is front and rear. It's kind of cool how responsive this is, and like it accelerates in this smooth fashion, so it's not getting the full power immediately, but if you press longer, it accelerates faster. I'm gonna try not to get it off the table, hopefully. Whoop. Okay. And the cool thing, you also have the manual transmission, so you have paddle shifters actually. Whoa. And there it goes. I think it's alright. I think it didn't crash. Hold on. Oops, okay, so there you had an unscripted crash test. It survived, so you can, at least I tested the durability of the car. It crashed from the height of the table on the ground, so you can see nothing really popped off, which I'm surprised. So there you go, crash test for you. There's even a handbrake. I guess when you launch the car, it really stops. Yeah, you can stop it, which I should have known before that crash. It's cool. And I really like that switch between manual and automatic transmission, so you can really control it as you wish. And here's the second mode of controlling the car, not gyro related, but just manual operation. So you have the steering wheel actually on the left side of the screen, and the power and reverse on automatic transmission on the right side of the screen. Plus you can switch to manual, which is like go reverse or go slow, go fast, go faster, stop, and handbrake on this side. Alright, but you know, I have a small table. Basically, there is no way to test it on the table, so how about we take this thing outside and test it in some real world conditions. Beautiful sunny day in San Diego. It was raining yesterday, but today, perfect day to test it out. So we're gonna at least see how fast it can go. I heard rumors that it's not so fast. I charged the batteries fully. It's fully packed. Let's try it out. Perfect surface on this basketball court. Why not? It doesn't feel fast. Let's see. See, the car doesn't feel really fast. I push the power all the way up, and all it does is this. It's not that fast, is it? So one more thing this app has are those challenges. So you can tap challenge, get a training center. I didn't even try it yet. Manual transmission, go, start, ready. Okay, so the car is there, you can see, and now I'm like virtually driving against other drivers. So, okay, come on, turn. No, I lost. Okay, I'm terrible at this. Oh, there you go. Go right, go straight, and I finished the race, and I think I was terrible. I gotta say, it doesn't look that bad in the morning sunlight. Actually, that good light always helps, huh? Okay, that's it for the testing, I guess. There are some other challenges you can do in the training track. For me, I like the responsiveness of the car. I don't like the speed. It feels slow. I think the Batmobile was way faster, more of an action vehicle. This should be faster. It's a stick car overall. I guess maybe just add more powerful motors or something. Well, for me, kind of disappointed with the speed. Back to you, Chuck. Back to the studio. Okay, made it this time. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, this testing. I had a lot of fun with this set. I really like the functionality, but if I had to conclude the overall review of this set, I think it's kind of like a weird set to me. First of all, I'm a big Top Gear fan. I'm a big Top Gear fan of the era of Clarkson, Hammond and May trio. Those guys got me hooked to the show through the entire years of seasons, and now I'm religiously watching the Grand Tour with them. This set, the only connection that this set has to Top Gear really is the Stig branding. And it feels like the car was designed first and then the Stig was added on top of it after some sort of a deal with the BBC was made. At least that's how I feel, a Top Gear fan. That being said, this set does not really appeal to me that much. First of all, there's a lot of Stig branding. I love the figure of Stig. He was like this crazy persona on Top Gear. I loved his like weirdness and being silent and driving all these cool cars. But at the same time, Stig wasn't really driving rally cars that much. He usually was seen driving anything they reviewed on the test track, you know, hypercars, normal cars, whatever, but it wasn't really specifically a rally car. So that's why it kind of conflicts inside of me why this set is a rally car and it's connected to Stig. So that's one thing. And, you know, this set would be more appealing if they somehow made maybe a Grand Tour set and made the actual connection with the trio of Hammond, Clarkson and May, and maybe added some minifigures, which would be a precedent in a Technic set, of course, but I don't know, I'm just thinking at this point. And maybe if they wanted to stick with Stig, why don't just do a real cool Easter egg and add one of those old Technic figures with a Stig helmet on it to go with the set? That would be a cool selling point, along with some plaque saying Stig, somebody's messaging me right now, with Stig in it, and some plaque like UCS set or something like that. You know, there could have been a few other cool things that they could have made to hit the target audience of, I guess, current Top Gear fans of the BBC show, which I'm not one of. I'm the old school fan, and I don't really like the new format of the show. So I don't know what they were trying to do here, but here is my take on it. And I'm not necessarily like on that give me that set side. It's a $130 set for not that many pieces, but I'm not really counting this because always you know, remote controlled sets are about that price. However, the Batmobile was cheaper. It was like $100, the up controlled Batmobile, and it looked worse, but it had pretty much the same functionality. So this is like even $30 more for that, I guess, BBC branding. So I want to know your guys' opinion. What do you guys think? This set, great functions, looks not so much. The branding, for me, at least questionable, if you will. So I just want to hear what you guys think. The comment section is open below, so of course let me know. I hope to hear from you, and as always, subscribe, click the links for the merch store. You can get t-shirts, mugs, support us here at Beyond the Brick, because we really like doing those videos for you, and it takes a bit of resources to do so, so I hope you guys can support our channel. But I'm gonna just like have fun with it for a few more moments, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye. Oh. Bye. Well, it survived. Pretty good set.